Hello everyone and welcome to another OMSI 2 video. We're in Lincolnshire and we're going to be doing Route 95 which goes between Gainsborough and Retford. Now you're probably thinking, why is it so dark outside? And I'll tell you as to why. It's 1:39 in the morning. It's actually 1:14, but I skipped forward time just so I could do this timetable. I just got back to the gym and I'm wide awake and I can't get to sleep, so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna have a wee gap wheeze and I'm gonna drive a bus, and I was gonna say ride it, but it's me fucking driving it. But I was gonna drive the Enviro 400, the new one, but the doors were missing. And I was like, how the hell can I drive a bus with the doors missing? So I got this bus, the Trident, the ALX bus, so that'll be fun. Now I'm going to hop inside. Now I've got such a lot of nostalgia for this bus as well, because I used to like ride this bus a lot when I was away, like on the wee town buses and stuff. It was honestly fantastic because they had like two of them, like doing the like, town routes, and I think the council imposed like, a ban on like I don't know, like double deckers in the region, so you weren't allowed to have well double deckers. So ah well, I'm going to get everything all switched on. That's so loud, by the way. Oh my god, that is something you don't want to hear at this time. Jesus fucking Christ. How did I turn that down? Because it sounds like a smoke detector. Oh, jeez Louise. No, it's not turning down. Do I need to go into the options or something? Oh my god. Okay. Sorry about that. That killed me. Anyways. Right, what stand are we meant to be? It's stand B, it says. Oh, hang on. Oh, we're running a wee bit late, aren't we? Right, stand B. Oh, no way. There's actually a passenger. Why is there a passenger? See if it's for the 95 as well. I'm actually going to be so annoyed. She fucking is. Look, she's coming on. I can't accept your bus pass at this time. Aye, that's right, you pay. Oh, she's going up the stairs, that's brave. I'll wait for her to sit down because I didn't want her making a claim against me just in case. There we go. Right, that's her. Right, and away we go. Oh my god. Just ignore the beep and it'll go away in a minute. It's just like air pressure or something like that. But hey ho. But that's it away now. Oh, that killed my ears, man. I can barely hear myself. Yeah, that's probably because I've got noise cancelling headphones on and all. But you know what? Whatever. No, I like this journey to 95. It takes about an hour or so, so I'll take our time on it. But I literally went to the gym about 11:30 or something, and I got there about midnight because I walk. And I had a little load of exercise and that I was absolutely knackered. So I hate to be so grotesque about this, but see when I go home, I had a grey jumper, and the amount of stains on it is absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, I am one sweaty bastard, and today made me realise that. Like, I just can't believe it. Like, just the back of my jumper was just bogging, but listen, I've said it now, it's too late to go back now. But that's the thing though. Like, I'd love to go to the gym in the mornings and stuff, but I just either too tired. Like, I can't be arsed. I just feel like it's better going at night, isn't it? Nobody's about. You get to do your thing. That's you. Oh my god. I've got to get up at 8:30 and all for some sort of consultation meeting shenanigans, and I really can't be bothered. Although I did have the choice of morning or afternoon. I says morning, knowing full well that I might not be up at that time. Oh, fuck off. You're not getting on an hour, are you? No, that's fine. I don't know why there's people walking about at this time. In Gainsborough of all places. Yeah, well. Do you know what my plan of action is as well? I'm going to do a live stream at some point, and it's going to be like EasyJet Ops or Ryanair Ops, because where I'm in Flight Simulator now is I'm in Geneva, and I'm going to start there and do Swiss tops operations or whatnot, you know, go like European hopping, because I've never really done that before in Flight Sim. Where am I going? I'm turning right. So, yeah, I'm going to start in Geneva, and then I'm going to like kind of go all over Europe, as if I'm like an actual pilot and do like all the real flights that they do. I know that sounds absolutely sad, but you know what? I'm going to live stream it. Just so it doesn't make me as sad. Just to prove that I've actually done something. The question is, I don't know where I'm going to go. I mean, I can go to like Berlin, Hamburg, Paris, Gran Canaria, you know, loads of places. I even go to the UK as well, but then again, I always feel like I base myself in the UK, which is quite obvious, but I'd rather just go around Europe a wee bit more often rather than doing like kind of London to Glasgow flights and stuff like that, because they get a wee bit boring. I want you to explore. Just like we are on this bloody map. Let's get the foot down now. I think at some point we crossed into Nottinghamshire. I don't know why I said it's so posh there. But I think we passed it just there. I can't remember, there was a sign there, but I didn't even read it properly. Being honest. Are you going to speed up? Mate, it does say 50, no 5. Fuck it, let's go up to 60. Can we get to 60? Oh no, it's capped at 92, so it'll be like 58 or something. Oh, do you know what I was doing as well? I was doing my financial planning shenanigans. So, I'm going to be starting a new job, which is a lot more money, but less responsibility in a way. I don't know. It's a really good job that I'm going to be going into. And I literally spent like, what was it, a few nights ago, I spent like 3 hours on ChatGPT just planning my finances, which I know doesn't sound good, but most of the input was from me. It was just like trying to put it into like something that everyone can understand rather than just me, like putting it into tables and stuff and like wee emojis. So I've got a financial plan. At the moment, I haven't got any savings or money for that matter. I mean, I've got £60 to last me for 2 weeks to now. Being honest, because I spent far too much last week. So like when I start getting money in from a new job, I'm going to put all my extra income in an emergency fund, because ChatGPT said that I should like build that first, then like you can spend on other shite. I thought that's fair enough, so I'm going to be building an emergency fund that's what, 3 months worth, which is like 4.5 grand I think, so I think that to be pretty fair. So I'll be doing that, that'll take me about a year. And then I think afterwards, like once I've built that, it says that I can, I don't know, like make separate pots for what I want to do. Like I can have like a pot for spending, and then a pot for investments and one for saving. Now, when it comes to investments, I am absolutely shit because I try to plan for the long term, but I end up like just kind of pulling the money out because I'm skint. I'm like, right, I need the money back. Like, cheerio to you, stocks. Like, I've not even made any profit because it was going well for like a few days, and then as soon as I wanted to like withdraw the money, the value just started going down. But yeah, it's just my luck. But I'm going to be doing like long term stocks when I get the money in, I suppose. Shouldn't be a bit early, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Why is my indicator going so fast? Oonce, 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 oonce. Where are my hazards? Little fucking hell. Pure disco. That's crazy. Let's go. But yeah, I feel like it's a really good way of like going about things, because people just think you can just put someone into savings, but you need to have a reason behind saving. And one of them is my emergency fund. I mean, 4.5 grand for 3 months is a lot, but that includes like all my bills, like absolutely everything. Like just in case I get made redundant, or I don't know, war breaks out and I'm not needed anymore. I don't know. Something absolutely stupid, but at least that's there as a backup. And I said once I start getting like more disposable income, like once I've reached my target, I'll keep like paying into the fund. That way, I've got money still coming in, and then like, after that, I can just have like a normal savings account for other goals like buying a car or a house or whatnot. But I don't think I'm going to be buying a house anytime soon. Like I rent it now, and I'm happy where I am. I don't really need to move out because the house I'm in is absolutely fantastic for what it is. Like I'm not going anywhere. The question is, I'm going here. Try to figure out where I'm going in here. Left. There we go. But yeah, like, I just feel like 2 years or so is like ages away, but when you think about it, the sooner you get your savings over and done with, the sooner that you can have like money put aside for, things that you do want, like spending. Because see, nowadays, like, including myself, I'm really impatient when it comes to like buying stuff. Like, if I'm wanting something, I'm wanting it right now. And I'll do anything to get it. Unless I'm skint, which I'm the now. But here's the thing though, when you do get something that's quite underwhelming and you think, oh, I didn't want it anymore. Like, what am I going to do? Because one dilemma I'm in the now is I got a phone like last year. It's a Samsung flip phone. Where am I going? Like the Flip 7 FE. I thought this is bloody brilliant, right? I'll keep this for 2 years and then we'll see where we go. And then it turns out I earned a wee bit more money than expected, so I could have like afforded the Fold 7, and I thought, shit, I can't even return that now, and I'm just like annoyed that I never really put much thought into what I wanted to buy. So I'm kind of stuck with this flip phone now, but I'll definitely upgrade to like either the Fold or the Ultra, because I'm a Samsung guy. Like I can't go back to Apple. Over a minute early. Like a few years ago, I had an iPhone 13, and hang on, I'm going to skip forward time here. There we go. Aye, so like I know a lot of people say that Apple's shite, blah blah blah, but this is my kind of opinion on it. Like I tried my best to integrate with Apple because I said I had the iPhone 13 and then the Apple Watch SE, I think it was, and I said like about a year, right? It was running fine until like this update, and my phone just wouldn't run at all. It was so laggy, like having to wait on stuff opening and like all that. I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered with this. I'm going back to my Google phone because I was paying for two phones at the time, stupidly. The other Pixel 7a and I had the iPhone 13. But I said I spent about a year doing that, and it just got really slow for me, and I just couldn't be asked with it anymore. So when July last year came, what I did was I sold the iPhone and the Pixel, because I was in France and I was like reading something about how my battery on the phone was like absolutely shite, and turns out there's like a problem with the battery, and you can actually get compensation for it. So what I did was I contacted Google. I says, right here, you. No, I never actually said that. I was like, is my phone affected? And they says, yeah, because you got the phone first thing, your battery's shite. So they offered me either a free battery replacement or compensation. And I chose the compensation, obviously. Because it was like, I don't know, it was like €300 if it was like under 2 years. But see, when I put the claim in, it was a day before the 2 years. So after 2 years, you only get €150, which equated to about £130. But it's better than nothing, I suppose. So I pretty much made like the money back on the phone, but I never really. It was only like 50% of it, because when I sold it to CEX, I got 110, and then 130, so it was like 240, 420. So I don't know. Because I have thought about going back to Pixels, but after the 7A debacle, I just can't be arsed with it. It's just when the Pixel 9 came out, I thought this is like a good phone. It looks really nice, but I don't know. I'm still 50-50. Like the battery wasn't the best, right? The software was absolutely fantastic, a wee bit basic, But see, another thing as well, I used to have the Pixel 6 and the 5, and one thing I always struggled with was making phone calls to emergency services. Now, I've had a few incidents where I have had to call them for my like personal safety, and a lot of times like during the calls it would like cut out for whatever reason, and I had to like keep phoning them back, like 'cause it just randomly hung up on me. Oh, what are you doing, you bastard? Try to put a claim in. Like, the phone would just like randomly hang up, and I don't know why, but it apparently it's like a major issue or something. So that's why I can't really go back to Pixels or anything like that, just simply in case I do need to phone them again. And thank God I haven't, like didn't need to for a wee while. But you shouldn't have to worry about not being able to reach 999 for the sake of a fucking gammy phone. And see, when I got back with Samsung, because I think the last phone, I've had quite a few Samsungs, so like my main one was the, like ages ago, was the S7 Edge. Because it was like one of my uncles, and my mum bought it for him for about £40, and it was like all cracked and smashed, and I'm like, do you know what, a phone's a phone, it'll do. So, aye, and then after that I had the S9, like when I moved out. So I had a Motorola before that, and then, oh excuse me, what I did was, I started going onto Facebook and like flipping phones for profit, which I actually did really well. So I had the S9, and then I went for the S10, because I sold the S9 for the same amount I was getting the S10 for, which is funny. And then I got the S20 after that, then the S21. And I've got to say, I really liked the S10, to be honest, or the S21 was my favourite phone. Although the battery was absolutely shite on it, like that, the S21 was my favourite phone. But the S10 was as well, if you know what I mean. And I do miss that era of smartphones, but they're all basic now. I'm thinking next year when my contract runs out for my phone, I'm gonna either get the Samsung S27 or the S27 Ultra. Or the Fold actually, I don't know. Like say with a folding phone, I don't really need the tablet in this because I've already got one at home. But then there's the argument of like you can have the tablet on you. It just folds in half, but I don't know. It's the screen as well, it easily scratches because like on my Flip the Now, there's a lot of like indents and stuff with, well I don't actually know if when, because I always keep it shut when I'm like charging it or when I'm out and about. I only open it if I need it, so it might mean like my fingernails or something. But the screen is like really soft and delicate, and it's not really worth it for a £2 phone. Whereas if I got like the Ultra, the S27 Ultra or whatnot, like the performance is a lot better on it, and it's a glass screen rather than like the plasticky, foldy, bendy shite on it, so I don't have to worry about it, you know, getting marks and stuff. So these will just be like a screen protector on it as well, and that'd be that, which you can't actually do on the Flip, so you'd have to go to like a Samsung service centre if you wanted to get like the actual film replaced or something. I think they do like 2-3 ones a year, so I might have to go to that service centre and get it done. It takes me half an hour, so easy peasy. And if it all goes tits up, I can just claim compensation. But like, you broke my phone, I'm wanting money, and I can use that to get a new Samsung phone. Teehee. But yeah, I do like Samsung. But see, at the same time, a lot of like people around me use iPhones, and they're like, oh, why do you just use an iPhone? Flip phones are for old people. And I'm like, so fucking what? I look cool with this flip phone. But they all have iPhone, obviously, and I said I used to have an iPhone, but I just don't really like them. Like, it just doesn't really integrate with what I've got the now. Like, MP3s are a pain in the arse because see, with iPhone you've got to like download Apple Music and drag your MP3s in there. I know I sound so old right when I say that, but all I'm saying is I don't pay for Spotify, and I download my music from somewhere, so that's what you need to know. So I said, like, try to download stuff onto there is a pain in the arse, whereas on your Samsung you can just hook it up to your computer and it detects it, you just put it in the music folder and then that's you. And then other things like transferring photos. Now, the iPhone, right, is absolutely fantastic with videography, and that's what I've always wanted to do. You know, use an iPhone camera for cameras. That did not make sense. I want to use iPhone cameras for the camera. For video when, I mean, like when I'm out and about doing my wee travel bits and bobs, but it's just like a pain trying to transfer onto the PC, because once again on Samsung you can literally just dump all your videos and stuff through them, whereas on the iPhone you've got to like hook it up to either iCloud Photos or the Windows Photos app and like just, I don't know, import them in a way, and it just, it's more of a faff about doing it that way. But I don't know. I might just get a MacBook and all. Because I was seeing like how much it would be for like the whole ecosystem. It's only it's £2,115 if I wanted to get absolutely everything. So that was like the MacBook, iPad, iPhone, AirPods, and stuff. But yeah, £2 is a lot to like move over, and I might not even be committed to using it. Like I might miss Samsung again. Because I've got everything Samsung pretty much. I mean, I've got a phone, the Flip 7 FE. I've got the tablet, which is the S10 FE. You can see a pattern here. The Buds FE I've got, and then I've got the Galaxy Watch 8. I mind actually going over to Edinburgh that day because I couldn't be asked waiting on home delivery. So what I did was I jumped on the bus to Edinburgh, and I went into the store. I said, right, I'm looking for the Watch 8. Have you got it? And they're like, aye. And I'm like, I'll take it. Thank you. I mean, that's what you'd expect in the shop. But I wasn't waiting for home delivery. Not a chance. Because I was working as well, I was like, I can't wait in the house for that. I'm just going to skip forward time again. I'll do another minute because I'm running late. There we go. Well, so I'm running late. There we go. Oh yeah, is anyone waiting? Nah. Thank God. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I went to Edinburgh, and then on the way back, like, I was just like tinkering a bit with the watch on the coach, like just setting it all up, and it was actually really good because I used to have the Pixel watch. Oh yeah, because I got a £50 off, didn't I? By like trading it in. I says, oh, can I keep the armbands? And they're like, I ain't bother. But yeah, £50 off that. And yeah, like, see the, I liked all the features. I was like, this is absolutely brilliant. So it makes your BMI, and the oxygens and other bits and bobs as well. And like, Samsung Health is brilliant because obviously with the Pixel watches you use Fitbit, but I just didn't like that because a lot of stuff was hidden behind like your paywall, whereas with Samsung Health you've not got that. So that's what I did like about that. Like I said, I've had it for about a year now, so I'm quite happy where I'm now. But I want a new phone, but I can't because I'm skint. But that's what I mean. Like once I've got my emergency fund all set away, I can, you know, just have that disposable income there, just in case, you know, I want to spend money on something, rather than like relying on. Oh, here's another thing as well. Bloody credit cards, bane of my life. Let me slow down into here, and then I'll tell you all about them. So, I think I signed up to my first credit card, and don't judge me for this. It was a 118 card, and their APR is absolutely abysmal. It's like 200% APR. It's not even an exaggeration. It's like 176%. But I signed up to ClearScore, and they were like, "Oh, ways to improve your score. Well, you know, we'll find you a credit card that accepts, you know, people like you." I'm like, "All right." So, they found that card for me, and what I did was, obviously, like, used the card for like a wee bit, and I thought, "This is brilliant." And then my score like started going up and stuff, and I was like paying it off on time just so I never had to deal with any fees. And I'm in coming into work, and my supervisor, oh, this was absolute brilliant. I comes in, and I shows him my credit card, and he's like, I better not be a fucking 118 card because like you're gubbed. I'm like, no. And he was like, tell me a wee story about how he can dealt with credit cards, and he did actually help me understand them a wee bit more because like I knew it wasn't like free money or anything, but at the same time, it's so easy to get into debt, which is what I'm going to say as well. So after that, I got a Tesco credit card, and then I got a Capital One credit card, and I thought this is brilliant, but I wasn't using them all. I'd like alternate between, and then I'd set myself a budget of like £200 to spend, and then just pay it off on payday. But what I was finding was I was just ending up in a lot of debt. Like I couldn't afford to pay it off because I do remember what was it? It got to a point where I was £700 in credit card debt by January this year. But it didn't really help the fact because, I mean, I was £300 before, but I went to Copenhagen in February. I actually recorded a video about that, and I want to start a channel, like, doing that, like, my trip stuff. But anyways, I got stranded in Copenhagen because it was my fault. I slept in. So I had to, like, pay £200 for a flight back, which is another, what, £500. And then eventually it just racked up to £700, and I thought, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I'm in so much debt. But the way I planned it out was that I'd pay as much as I could, right, each month. Didn't really care about interest, right? Pay as much off as I could, and then that kind of went on for about 3 months, or it would have been, because I got a letter for the council saying that was your rebate of £1,000. I thought, this is fucking brilliant. Like, I can just pay absolutely everything off because I had Klarna as well. Stupid bloody Klarna, right? For shoes. I don't even know why. I didn't need them. So, oh, I've got to stop here. So I used that money to pay it off, and I think I only had like £150 by the end of it. But I thought, right, this is brilliant. But do you know what I did? I stupidly fucking wasted that £150 on shit I didn't need. And then I started using the credit card again. So I ended up in debt again. And it's only this month, by the way, that I've managed to pay off my credit, or the month before. I can't remember actually. I think it's the month before where I had to. No. So this is the first month. I've got it written down, so let me actually find it just so I didn't get myself confused. Because what I do each month is I write out what I've got in my bills. So what was May to June? Yep. So May 25th, I got paid money. Jeez, oh, 2 weeks ago. So I was in £208 of credit card debt, and I had to pay 73.99 towards Klarna. So I had to write down what my plan of action. So I had £212 after Klarna and the main bills. So what I did was I had to take out my investment money, as I was saying, and then pay off my credit card, which was like £208, and that leaves me with £37 to put away and cut credit cards in half. I made sure of that. So what I've done was next payday, the one coming up, I've got £600. In this new PC, I actually used the money from the money I saved so far on the PC to pay off the credit card as well. So I'm at zero, right? It's 0% APR as well until like next year, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But I'm having to pay £400 just to catch up on the PC saver and have, I think it's £150 after all my bills. And that'll be like the start of my emergency fund pot. Because there's no point in waiting until I start my new job. It's better just to start now and get it earned done sooner. Or reversing again. What time are we due to Retford actually? Because I've no checked. Oh, 15 minutes. That's fine. Let me scroll around here. There we go. But £150, which is my extra income, which I could use as disposable income and have no savings left, but it's better just to stick it all away into an emergency fund pot and be done with it. Because I've like planned extra like money just in case I end up overspending. Because usually like, I'm really bad for like going to Greg's in the morning and like going to Tesco for my lunch. And I had a look and seen how much that costed me per day or per week. Because it's like £15.75 a week for Greg's, which equates to £70 a month, which is ridiculous. And Tesco's even worse. So let's round it up to £4 a day. If I was getting Tesco every day as well as your Greg's, so £20, because I work 5 days a week. £20 a week, which equates to £100 a month, right? Add your 70, £80 for Greg's or whatever, right? It's £170, nearly £200 a month goes on to junk food. That is disgusting, I thought to myself. So, I haven't actually been to Greg's in a while, but then, well, do you know what? That is a fucking lie. I was there this morning. So, with Monzo, you get a sausage roll or a something every week, like a muffin or something, right? And that's the only time I go into Greg's. Now, I would never ever like going to Greg's to buy like a bacon roll anymore because it is a waste. It's like it might not be a waste of money for other people because like £3 is a good deal, but see when you're buying that every single day that you're in, you're going to waste so much money. And I've had to like cut back, like I know this is gonna sound daft, but I've had to like food shopping and like pure be strict with myself on what I eat now because just so I don't get back into debt. And it feels like an addiction in a way because it's just like eating away at you. Pardon the pun. Like, you know, we need to spend money to keep you comfortable or whatnot. It's just like old habits that need to get away. And I'm not even that old. Like, I've had a credit card for what, 2 years and this is the situation I'm in. Having to pay £200 off and then use I think it was more than £200 actually, because it was my yes, because I had an American Express card. Sorry, I forgot that as well. I bought an Amex card or got one even, and I kept saying to myself, I says never ever use the Amex card or any other credit card. And then it started with like wee bits and bobs like oh I've got like £6 here and I've got like £4 like £4 extra. What I'll do is I'll just use this credit card, and I never paid it off. So it just kept building and building, and I thought right 200's my limit, right, and then I'll be able to pay that off. And then I'm left with no money, so I've got to use my credit card to get like all the extra bills sorted, and it just ended up in a big fat cycle like that. And it was no way to live like that. Like now that I'm thinking about it, I have wasted so much money on credit cards when I could have used that to save. Like, see for my driving license, I'm having to take out a loan now, which I know sounds daft, right? Bear with me here. At least with a loan though, you know what you're paid back each month, and I've actually budgeted for that. Because I think after all my bills, like when I start my new job, it'll be £150 to put away into the emergency fund pot, which might not sound a lot, right? But when I stop paying my PC in April, I'll have an extra £140, which means it'll be 290, and then once the loan gets paid off in July, because I've not taken it out yet, it'll be July. I'll have £500 each month to put away, and then I'll be up at my emergency fund in no time, which I think is brilliant. But it's just, I don't think you should rely on credit cards at all, right? I know people have excuses saying, oh, like emergency purchases, blah blah blah. That's what your emergency fund's for, like to build up for that. And I'm not saying, you know, unexpected things happen, but it's better to be prepared and just build up as much money as possible before things happen. You've got to look ahead rather than like, look at where you are now. But aye, credit cards are a fucking burden. That Klarna as well. Like, I'm fully aware of like how much things cost, right? But see when it breaks it down, you know, you just pay £30 this month, £30 next month or whatnot. It makes that £90 go easier. Because you think it's £30 times 3 even though it's £90. Like for example, pair of Air Forces, £100. I would never ever go into a shop and just buy that outright. And I don't think a lot of people would. I mean, do you know, a lot of people would, to be honest, but a lot of people wouldn't, just based on the fact that it's £100, right? But say when you see Klarna, they break it down, £33 a month, easy peasy. I don't think any shoes are worth £100, considering they make it for pennies in like wee factories abroad, and then they ship it here for more pennies, and then they make hundreds of profit off it. It's definitely not worth it at all. And I've fallen victim to it myself. I've paid a lot of money for new shoes just because Klarna says, oh, you pay £30 or whatnot each month. And I thought, right, that'll do. But it didn't. I could have used that £30 to save. Because I had other shoes. I didn't need those pairs of shoes. But aye, it's mental. I mean, I've not uninstalled Klarna, but I've not used it this month. I really don't plan to. It does take advantage of a lot of people ending up with like no money, but I know a lot of people can say as well, oh, it's your responsibility to thingy your money, but when they're like advertising it in a way, you know, you've got big colourful colours, easy to use, blah blah blah, anyone can use it, you don't need a credit score, it appeals to a lot more people, therefore more people gonna get trapped into it. And it would need like it's not just like a one-off purchase, right? I know like a lot of food places like Uber and Just Eat, they do the Klarna as well. Fucking Klarna and a kebab, that is ridiculous. See, for example, £15, right? It's not a lot in itself, but when they say that you can pay what £6 or something over 3 months, that actually sounds ridiculous. A lot of folk are going to do that, and they don't realise that, you know, although it's small each month, right? By the time you've paid for what, a pair of shoes, your kebab, just glazing off a sheen that you Klarna as well, it's going to add up to so much more per month. And you think, oh fuck, like I didn't realise I had this much, and then you're gubbed. Like for my Klarna, I paid for a Hoover and this headset, and that was what, £75. And I'm actually raging at myself for that. I mean, although I did need them, like I didn't have the money to pay off. I mean, the Hoover I did need, maybe not the headphones as much, but hey ho, we're here now. Like, I didn't have the money to pay for that, like that, which is why I use Klarna. Which, yeah, it just shows you that I am never ever using credit cards again. They have fucked me over. Because what I was doing as well. Oh, we're in Retford now. What? Oh, we're 5 minutes early, fuck's sake. Let me skip forward time by 5 minutes actually. There we go. Oh, what are you doing, child? What the fuck? Oh god, anyways. Yeah, no, credit cards have fucked me over. I just relied on them for spending, you know, because I thought, you know, £3, it's only £3. That £3 adds up. And when I used to be so afraid of looking at my bank balance, I thought, I can't do this. Like, I cannot look at it because it's disgusting. And then at like some point a week before payday, I'm like, right, I'll have a look. And then when I see like £300, £400, I'm like, fuck. Like, how have I managed that? And I know fine well how I managed that. And do you know what? I have done so well this month. Like, this is like the middle of the month for me, because I get paid in 2 weeks. So I'm nearly there. I've got £60 left to last me 2 weeks, and it is just kind of nagging at me, like, oh, just use your credit card if you get stuck. But at the moment, like, I don't need my. I mean, I've chopped all my credit cards up, but it's still nagging at you. Like, you know, I don't know. You need it, which you don't. You really do not. Like, that's the tough thing about it. I mean, I should have had £100 to spend, but I wasted my gas money on shite. And because I had to top up my gas like £50, but I wasted that, and then an extra £40 as well. Just utter shite. I don't even know what I bought. So I'm left with £60 for 2 weeks. I mean, it might sound alright, £30 a week, but not in this economy, not at all. I mean, I can definitely make it work, you know, if I really budget and just. Oh, that woman was on my bus. I completely forgot. But if I really like budget and work it out, it should be fine. I just need to get through it, and then on like this payday, when I get paid, it'll be a lot better for me. Like, I can just start fresh, and then that'll be me. There we go. How was your journey? Okie dokie, never mind. I think the bus station's round the corner, but you know what? Whatever. I'm no speaking to you. Talk to the hand. Talk to the door. Yeah. Nah, I'm too nice. I'm not letting you off. You're stuck here with me. Oh, my back is actually killing me. I need to lie down. I did a lot of weird exercises at the gym. I did Oh, I started off with jogging. And then I did a deadlift, which wasn't bad in itself, but then I had to do like it was like a reverse something to fly. Where you had to lift the weights up to your chest when you're like bent over, and you like lift them out like oh it's just spreading out. I tried to do it with my arms there, and it's actually sore. I could only use 3 kilogram weights. I'm such a lightweight. That's another thing and all with this credit card. It has made me put on so much weight because I just keep buying utter shite. And I'm a fat bastard now because of it. And I'm happy to say it because I'm nearly 14 stone. That is huge, right? Therefore, less credit card, less weight. That's what you've got to think about. That's my advice for you. Hey, anyways, welcome to Retford. See you later. And I think he's waiting to get on to Gainsborough, so I'll turn the engine off. I am not going back to Gainsborough. In fact, I'm going to my bed so he can drive the bus. But aye, that is us. So hopefully you've enjoyed my wee conversation. Hope you've learned something. But aye, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.